Hello everyone, how's it going? Hi. Twitch is about to get out of ads. Hello YouTube, hello Twitch. Hello Johnny, welcome on in. Hello Craftiga, congrats on Twitch. Hello Skya. Hello Skyhawk, how is everyone today? I hope you're all well. Hope everyone is having a good time. We are on schedule to do an expeditious amount of Duel Live today, on top of being a little bit productive. Hello, to Boshi chat. Welcome on in. Hi. You hope I'm well. I think we're doing spectacular. We do have a couple quick stuff to go over. We didn't look at the new accessories. So there's a new live twin protector, very cute. It was a limited time Leela Sweet. I'm not really sure, like, I guess it's just, like, themed around her. I don't think you would, like, see her mid-game. So I suppose if y'all are live twins fans, you know, these are actually kind of cute sleeves to pick up, I'm not going to lie. An ultra cute streamer chat. Y'all think I could ever be an ultra cute streamer in a cute outfit? Oh, hello, still plays. Welcome on in. So, we have some art to do, we have some Duel Live to watch. Today's art is we need to prep a lot of stuff for a list. You're probably wondering, San, what does that mean? What does this entail? Good questions. Good questions all around. Y'all don't know. You made live twins, Fiendsmith Unchained. How does the Fiendsmith fit in with the extra deck for live twins? I feel like live twins, Fiendsmith, and Unchained, isn't that like kind of a lot you have to commit? I guess Unchained is just Yama and Gloves, yes. So that's like 2 swords in the extra deck. The Fiendsmith engine is like anywhere from like a 5 to 7 card package, depending on how heavy you roll. I guess you do have space. Hello, Bushin. Welcome on in. So let me pull up my reference. Unchained isn't normal. I feel like that's kind of like, yeah, that's definitely a little bit, what's the word? It's definitely like a little bit untraditional. I know you can do like Fiendsmith and Unchained together just by virtue of them being Fiend. But... So really quick, we are going to make a new file. And this file is going to be our reference file. So we need to reference this adorable little guy. This is Smokey. Smokey is a super cute Celestial. And we are designing a world's ribbon based around Smokey. Smokey is really cute. If y'all don't know by now, or if those of y'all are new, I'm a world competitor for a card game called Celestial. And one of the things I do is actually something kind of related to the community. Oh, hello, Dwarf Eevee Magician. Which 2 Eevees or the Magician? Like, is it base Eevee or is it like Espeon, Umbreon? You just like Soul of Rage. This is gonna be our reference images. We're going to design a ribbon. Johnny, thank you for the follow. If you're subbing on YouTube, unfortunately, I don't know how to see that. I'm not technologically advanced enough. I do want to make the efforts to include that into the stream, though, because I do appreciate YouTube. I was really kind of... I wasn't very confident about starting Platinum Gaming, by the way. I wasn't very confident about starting YouTube, but you know, a lot of people were very inviting, so it was very encouraging. I'm glad that people still show up. It's just Eevees as the Dark Magicians. So like just the base Eevee then. You know, that's kind of an interesting crossover art maybe. If I had the time. Let me open a snap. Chat, I feel like if I had the time to do more art, I would. And I feel like that's like a cute art series. I do like seeing like crossover. So like seeing the evolutions crossed over with like certain dual monsters lines would be really cute. So today's goals. We are designing a ribbon. And the ribbon is going to say, I got smokied at the World Championship. We might have to just shorten that to I got smokied at Worlds. Hello, thank you for the 385 streak. Holy. Are we really approaching 400? Hello, Phoenix. How are you? Oh, they have the Ultra Qualifier. I do kind of wanna... I hope we pick up the Ultra Qualifier for release. No Chunwa on site yet. They have Genroku adding to hand. I mean... We're about to see Chunwa any second now, surely. There it is, chat! Tenpai Dragon Chunwa! We've done it, chat. We've done it! Chunwa is here! So tell y'all, we're making a ribbon that says I got Smokey at World or the World Championship. So it's going to be featuring Smokey. So I want to draw this cute little guy to put on the ribbon. So if y'all don't know, like I do a lot of community stuff of my own volition, just because for the love of the game. For this. I occasionally get creator boxes from Alescos, but it's not like they sponsor me. I'm not sponsored. Well, sometimes I'm sponsored, but for the longest time I wasn't, alright? You think they should have banished Chunwa? Oh, Twilight. Oh, chat. Tenpai Dragon Chunwa. So I'm not entirely sure what pose I want to do yet, but I'm thinking the head kind of facing this way. And then there's the body. I think I want the tail coloring this way. So something like this. And it's got these little horns. I can't forget the horns. The horns, the ears don't go up like that. The horns are what's called up. And the ears fly. Kind of like that. Oh, hello, Siam. How are you? You think I'm funny, I think. I'm glad someone thinks we're funny. Goodness me. Okay, so I think this is like the general pose I want to try to go. How do we do this smoke? Okay, the nose needs to be a lot further down. Maybe we can have its mouth. That would be cute. I'm kind of drawing it from like looking back over the shoulder. We have to remember that it does have smoke pieces. I might forgo this piece just to make it read a little bit. Alright, let's see how this Duel turned out. Girlie has a pep on board. I'm not the one with the pep. We're just watching Duel. But hello, Maestro. Should have been a Dragon Maid heal. You know, I'm sure someone out there has a Dragon Maid heal. I hope you're doing well. Well, go on in. Welcome to the Duel and Chill Co-working Hangout Stream, etc. Let's see. How does this follow its face? So right now we're doing a list of what smoke. And this is going to be for a thing I'm bringing to the Alestos World Championship. So you can play at your Stadio, but I'm not the one playing right now, alright? Also, like, yeah. I also don't morally agree with Patty. There's a couple cards you won't see me play. You won't see me play Umi control. You won't see me play Patty. Yeah, we're watching replays. We're watching replays, and if we're very productive, chat, we'll open core pack later. That's what I was trying to point out to you, that we were watching replays. Man, this has little stars for its eyes. So I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to entirely show that off. This all comes down to how good the skin is. What timeline are we on? It's 2026 and people are accusing me of floodgating. I know, right? Would you see? Me playing Tindangle. Me playing World. Y'all think I floodgate good. This is why Dragon Mage Shield doesn't give you duties that require more than one plane. It's also cool. We're in the timeline where I might win the World Championship for Restos. I hope we end up in the timeline where I do end up winning the World Championship. The water goes crazy. Does that look weird? I hope that doesn't look weird. The face might be a little bit oblong. I might adjust. I think I like the body. I think the face is what's throwing me off. You like the cheat? I'm not sure how I feel about the head. I might need to adjust the head. I think I kind of like the body direction. I think the head is either I need to turn it completely sideways or we need to adjust. Thank you for the economy check. We'll check the economy after this Duel live. I'm trying to be productive with all. Oh, thank you for the follow. I swear I'm a duelist. I swear I'm a duelist. Just today in particular. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. Welcome to the Cristade Friends. Thank you for supporting Santon activity. Y'all are very soon going to learn what an economy tech is. I guess this is the other option, is I could do it kind of like this. Okay. At that point, I might even take this little foot here and like erase it. This music goes hard for the dual field? Hello, Funa. Welcome back. Hello, Flashlight. Good morning. Good morning. I do think it does look a little bit better. The body, we need to... I might need to make the body, like, a little bit wider now. Well, not wider, but longer. Chat, the power digital. The power digital. And you know what? I might even change the tail. How do I get this to look like it's how do I get this to look like it's kind of like bumpy in the sky? Maybe something like this. I know this looks really messy, but trust the process. Trust the process, chat. Trust the process. Well, we're gonna set up to do a Duel live in just a second. And we also have to do the economy check. And then we'd actually hop over here, and I might just erase that from the side. I do kind of like this. I need to adjust the legs a little bit more. I think this is like a cute angle for it. I'm kind of liking this. Go ahead and save this as Smokey. So we have this as reference. And let's get Duel Live ready. I'm not Duel Live. Let's get the economy check ready. Oh, Aussie Frankie. Am I playing and drawing at the same time? No. Well, this is Duel Live. I think if I was a higher rank, I probably could, like, not a higher rank in terms of skill. What I'm trying to say is that if we were in Diamond or higher, my opponent would take so long to combo. that I bet you we could draw. And play at the same time, because my opponent would just take 5 years to combo. I'm good enough to be at that rank, don't get me wrong. I just choose not to. So let's go get the economy check ready. Where is our audio? Where is our audio? How many dragon nails? It's an economy check.
Sandwiched on a dragon scale, and that's what started dragon nails. Around the room the rulers flew, but Sansely knew what to do. She climbed on the backs of her dragon friends, now the adventures never end. Dragon nails, it's almost time for dragon nails. God, why did you buy them out? Let's all get some dragon nails.
Alright, chat, let's go check the current market price of dragon nails. Oh goodness, we'll go on here. Chat, we're going to refresh the page for posterity. We had an economy check last night. There's no guarantee that the economy has changed. Chat, the current market price of dragon nails is 34 cents on the dollar. I can't remember. Was it 32 or 33 yesterday? Let's see if we can check. I suppose it says it was 34 yesterday. So we're holding strong at 34 cents on the dollar, chat, which is not too shabby, all things considered. I think that's pretty solid considering all of our dragon nails activities. For those of y'all who don't know, when we first found dragon nails, it was sitting anywhere from on the average to 10 to 14 cents. I used down over 1,000 copies of this card. So, we check the market price of it on occasion with a little segment of economy checks. Oh. This is Masters Gaming. We're gonna go ahead and drop into the next live. So, back to our smoky reference. I think people should be able to tell that this is intended to be smoky. And then we can actually probably hop to these layers. Let's drag these closer. So I think that's pretty darn good, all things considered. Single-handedly manipulating the market, the dragon nails demand, perhaps. Go ahead and save. Now we can use this as our reference for when we are drawing the smoke. So not our reference. This is our sketch layer. So. Switch over to our black pen. This one when I saw doing the with the Nima and Izuna in the game, they should unlimit Havnis back to 3. People definitely would have opinions. Personally, I don't find elements to be too big of a problem. So I wouldn't mind that, but I think there's a lot of people who just don't like teal, who might have a problem with that. Hello, Silhouette Rabbit. Thank you for the follow. Unfortunately, I am not sending a spell or trap card to my graveyard just yet. That's what that one does. Wait, wait. Pause. Wait. Okay, boys, let me double check this whole rabbit. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what that does. No, it's set. It's set a trap. First thing. In my head, chat, everything is just a foolish. Goodness me, I'm a fake fan. So you're probably wondering, Sam, why you redrawing the same one like 50 times. It's because I'm not a great artist, so I have to do that. In fact, I don't even like that line, no. If I draw this line for Filaments is okay. Your problem is the turn 0 plays. I mean, doesn't Modern Vanquish Soul K9 also kind of feel that way? Like, there's a lot of decks that do just straight up play, like, on your opponent's turn now. I don't know if that's entirely a good thing or not, but I think that's just what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has progressed so far. I don't know if I'm crazy about all the Twin Zero stuff, but I guess since I'm so used to playing Rogue decks, it doesn't particularly bother me too much. Also, like, I play Goatee, so I am kind of used to playing on my phone. I am very excited for some of the stuff that is on paper right now, though, chat. In the Maze of Miracles, like, there is a lot of new support for, like, kind of like zombie monster strategies. So I don't know the exact line. I've heard the new Pumpkin King of Ghost support, which is the line between Vendred and Maya Kashi, which sounds really exciting to me, personally. I'm emotionally invested in that. If that's the case. That personally to me sounds super neat and super interesting. But Goatee doesn't play 40 cards during the opponent's turn. I mean, I suppose. It's coming out very cute. I'm really happy with this. Also, this music is kind of cute. I don't think I've, like, listened to the Labyrinth Field music. see, what link is this? This is Masters Gaming. Masters Gaming. You didn't expect Bones cause to get more support. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I do like when they go back and give a lot of support to Old Orc. Like, I think it's personally nice. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch a lot of the original Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm kind of blanking on what Bones even really played. Apologies for being a fake fan. Hello, Elias Matt. You're probably wondering what we're up to. We're doing. Ooh, that's actually a pretty almost good. Almost. We're going to keep that one. That might be one of the cleanest, smoothest circles. Or circular, like, ovals I've ever done. Unironically, one of the smoothest. He plays zombie cards, including pumpkin, and then Duel Links he has lines for ghost whip cards. That's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder how many like Yu-Gi-Oh characters that have like either via Duel Links or some other game, or maybe even like later versions of like the anime and stuff have been given like updates to their cards. Like, you know how like technically like the like Twin Silent stuff, Shining Stalk is like technically like Yugi's deck, right? It makes me curious like how often it kind of. Oh, hello, Martin. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. We're hanging out tonight. Watching some Duel Live, I'm being productive with someone. I'm hoping it's a winning club. Hello! Fluky. Hi, Fluky. How have you been? I hope you're doing well. We are doing some art. We are hanging out. I'd like to think we're having a great. That is pretty close. I think if I zoom out, we might be able to do that. Oh, that is almost exactly how I wanted it. This is a really good day, chat, for some of my quotes. This is like actually a really good day. This one might go down in the history books for me personally. Pretty strong, good, all things considered. Hello? Things are going pretty well. We have a lot of exciting new news coming up. For those of y'all who don't know, the Great Molting is happening next month on March 6th. For those of y'all who keep up with like VTuber activities, I'm having a debut on March 6th. We are molting, so we're gonna have a fresh new look. Yami Yugi, Joey Kaiba, and Kaya definitely got some updated lines with their alternative forms in Duel. You were just playing Darksiders 2 and realized the music is the same? Hello, Kevin. What do you mean the music is the same? Also, like, it occurs me that y'all might be, like, double hearing the music. Let me stop that. It occurs to me that y'all might be double hearing the music. Let me go ahead and save our progress set. Always remember to save. I'm gonna hop back at our reference to make sure that we're still kind of on base. It looks like we're still pretty close. I'm going to be redrawing the scroll for a little bit. Another trick you can do when drawing curves is you can like rotate the canvas to try to make the curve easier for you to draw. It's like your hand has like a natural like comfortability with certain angles that it wants to follow. So to try to make drawing the curves a little bit easier, you can rotate the canvas. The same thing with like drawing lines or drawing any part of it, really. You can always reset the canvas to look at it. Another trick is you're technically supposed to like flip the canvas to see if it looks proper on the other side. I think the mouth does kind of jut out a lot, but I think at this angle it's okay. When I flip it to the other side, it's not like amazing. I think it's okay enough that we can kind of do it. The background music. I don't think I've like played Darksiders, so I couldn't quite say if it's the same or not. What's my goat? My horse. How are you feeling? We are working on the art for the... I got Smokey'd at the World Championship. Well, I got Smokey'd at Worlds. Ribbon, which will be given out to the competitors. You got back from locals? Good. I hope locals went well. Did you bully MG this week? I noticed that that is kind of a twist. You only lost MG's Pent Homies list, piloted by Bjorn. You're on solo Nexus shenanigans with Royals. Ah, Royal Battle. Interesting. Ah. Oh, you know what? I think you can like give me an opinion on this. So when I first made the ribbons, I tried reaching out to the team to ask what size the badges were going to be, and they didn't have an answer for me. So that's why the ribbons are the size that they are, even though they don't like fit onto the you know, they don't fit onto the badges. In your opinion, now that I know the badge size, like these are going to be all new ribbons, do I make them the same size as the player badge and the like spectator badges? Or do I just not care and I keep them the same size as they've already been? So here's like a couple benefits. If we make it the same size as the badge, people can like put it on their badge in the proper orientation. The only downside is that it doesn't match the old ribbon. And technically it would be smaller if I made it match the badge size. What's cheaper? I feel like they're basically the same size. I could be wrong. But I feel like since they're basically the same size, they're like basically almost the same price. Let me double check. You do make a fair point. What is cheaper? Let me double check. That's a good idea to double check. Let's go ahead and save up progress. Surely. I also hope that this is like the correct size. I'm pretty sure it is the correct size. Why is this website taking so long to navigate what I'm trying to find? I'm pretty sure the badge is like 3.5 for the player badge. I believe it is 3.5 wide. 48. Versus... It seems they're the same size. I swear they're the same size. You know what? That's crazy. That's crazy. The bigger ribbon is actually cheaper. At least at like a lower quantity. Which is kind of insane to consider. I don't know if maybe it's just like a non-standard size for the other one, but it's something they Masses game. It's something that they offer. One would think. One would think. Meanwhile, well, while this page is pretty perfect for what I want. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure like it's actually cheaper for the bigger one. It's crazy. I guess I can try comparing like 30 cents. 30 cents for 250. Versus oh my gosh! I just drew almost a perfect oval. Holy, I should be more distracted as I do art. Holy. This is the best oval I've ever drawn. Oh my god. Chat, did y'all see how smooth that was? Holy. That's crazy. Maybe this isn't impressive to y'all, but it's very impressive to me, personally. Yeah, oh my god, no, it's like actually cheaper to get the bigger ribbon. Holy. Like, by a decent, like, margin as well. Like, 5 cents doesn't sound like a lot. What if both live in? No, I don't know what. I'm not going to be ordering that much to where, like, I would want to get both sides. I feel like I would want it to be consistent. So we might have to just make it consistent to the ones that, like, we already have. What if one giant ribbon? Whole venue must share. Okay, so there's the basic ribbons you get for trading. And then there are I'm going to have bigger county fair style ribbons for certain trade categories. Y'all going to find out more info about it because I'll be posting it soon here. But basically there's like the basic ribbon that everyone can get when they trade with me. And then if y'all enter the ribbon trading contest, you'll have the opportunity to earn fancy, big, fancy county fair style ribbon. Hey yo, is that a Utopia win? Holy. Hey yo, shout out to Quantumman. Shout out to Quantumman. It's the most diamond gaming I've ever witnessed. Like, 5 cents is kind of a lot. 5 cents is kind of a lot. That's like the difference between, like... Let me do the math. Okay, that's kind of not as much as I thought it was. That's like a $12 difference. It's not as much as I thought it would be. But it's still interesting that it's cheaper to get the bigger one. It still doesn't answer my question. But it's also like one of those things where it's like, people feel weird about putting it on their badge. Like, they either put it vertically, but if I do it smaller, they could, like, hang. I don't. I'm unsure if I should match the consistency or not. Like, do people even care? I guess that's the next question. What? Do you think people even care? That's the next really big important question. Do people even care? Because if people don't care, then maybe I shouldn't bother, like, catering towards that. You know, it's just one of those things, yeah, one of those things. You're probably wondering, what's this process that I'm doing to make it stand out more? What I'm doing is I am taking the base outline we have, and I'm making the outline thicker so that it pops a little bit. And we have to make some other adjustments as well. Though I do kind of like your idea of the entire venue showing one weapon. That is kind of cute. Welcome back from ads, Twitch shop. Want to make the outline on the tail a little bit wider, and now we'll clean this up. I didn't mean to draw this on the same layer, but we can look at it. Oh wait, no. Twitch is about to start ad. Wait, my bad. Huh? Whoopsie. Oh. Many other areas one. Maybe here. I think that does add like a cute level. I might just fill this in. Maybe over here. We're going to thicken some of these lines on the end. I think that adds a very cute look. The line weight variation. I think that makes it pop a lot more. Like, some of this stuff is like very subtle. But in my opinion, it's like the little details that really make it. Going to do this. I think connecting this actually makes it so good. And we'll go ahead and evac doing this afterwards. So, usually when you want to print stuff, if you can, you want to try to make stuff vector. Which is like, the best way to describe it is that it turns your drawing into like mathematical lines that the computer can understand better. I don't know the entire science behind it, but basically when you vector stuff, you're able to scale it such that no matter the size or distance, it has like the same resolution whether you're zoomed in or zoomed out. So that helps with printing when like something that isn't as big as your screen when you need to print at like 4 sizes. We might open packs later, but we have to be productive first. We do have a lot of our login packs to still open. So I'm hoping to do that later in the stream. But first, we gotta clean up this door. Gotta make sure everything is spick and span. We're just cleaning up all the little details right now. It's going to look a lot different when it is tiny and simple. But that's all right. And actually, I think this is looking really clean. Part of me even wants to consider maybe moving this section. Maybe let me duplicate these. I feel like if I center it, it makes it like pop a little bit more than having it like connect to line. And who knows? Maybe we can even. Maybe we make 2. Maybe we get a little bit lazy with duplicate this. Then we can make the second one. Because technically Foamy has 2 of these. Let's do a 0.5. We can? We'll do a 0.5 stroke. Okay. You can't. Let's do without this stroke. I suppose. And then we can just, we'll just like re-out this. So one of these has 2 stars in it, and it's the one that's closer. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to draw these small to see if I can fit them in. I feel like when that prints, it might be hard to see. But it's fine. So I think I'm gonna leave that as is, because it's going to be like really. So we're gonna probably end up losing like a little bit of the detail. And now what we're going to do is... So we have some options. You see how Smokey has the smoke? We have a couple different options. We can either leave it blank. We can fill it in with black, which will kind of detract from all this puff stuff we set up. Or we can make it into light. I think for the sake of the design, we're probably going to leave it as is. But if I collapse all there's technically a world out here where, like, if I... Let me just do this. Almost done, and then I can show y'all what I'm... So there's technically a world where we do something like this, where the areas that are supposed to be black have like this line on it. That it's intended that it's like hatched and shaded. It's like a real thing that people do in art. So the reason why we're not doing that though is that this is going to print super tiny. So what's going to happen is that because this is printing small, if they put all of these lines onto this stamp that does the photo, what's going to happen is that each of these little lines is going to like almost double in size. And then it's going to become a little amalgamation of like, it's going to look probably like this. Okay, maybe not that thick, but it's probably going to end up looking kind of like this. Which actually in retrospect isn't too bad now that the line is thicker. Actually, yeah, you know what? That's not as bad as I thought it was. But TLDR, like, we lose some detail. Like, if you look at it while it's big on the screen, it's not that bad. But y'all see it while it's, like, tiny. And then imagine it gets even tiny. Like, this small. Like, you can't really appreciate the line very much. So it ends up just being kind of cluttered in the text the entire thing. So we're gonna keep it like this. I'm going to see if there's any other areas I want to like clean up. But I think this is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this one. I think it's cute. I think people understand what I'm trying to do. I worry that maybe the second circle is a little overkill. But, you know, we'll just have to deal with that. We'll just have to deal with it. I might even, like, fish out an actual ribbon I have for reference. To see if the printing... how big it's going to be. Like, for the printing. A little bit small. Y'all can't see it, but what I'm doing is I'm holding this up to the screen so I can see kind of approximately how it will look when it gets into it. I think this looks pretty good. Confirm. I think I have very few. I'm trying to think if any of the details are coming out. Again, my biggest concern is the silk. I think it should be pretty good. I think we are locking in on this. Which, considering that we did this in like an hour, that's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good for an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and export this. And get this ready for turning it into a vector file. Oh, just Weaver. Am I winning? I think we are winning. We're being pretty productive. Which in my book is winning. And then if we change the canvas size, let's make the width like, say like 8. No, it wouldn't be 800. It would be like 1200? Probably like 1200. Well, kinda. I think this text is pretty. No, let's go with like our. I have a text that I use, which is pretty darn close. Pretty darn close to the Alestos font. Though I don't know if I have it in Quick Studio. We could just go with like, yeah. It's like a size 60 font. And then the issue then would be trying to like get all of this text to fit. Now this isn't the exact size of the ribbon. The ribbon's file is a little bit different. But this is kind of just like mocking up the concept. This is like a non-zero chance that like the text isn't just isn't going to be split. I think actually the best way for us to see the what's the word? I think the best way for us to see like the reference or like a reference would be to look at our sundial plot. I just don't know if we have the art for it. Like on hand. It might be in our sundial photo. Let me go check the sundial photo. Also, thank you for the stream, sweet Aegis Weaver. Let's see. I could have sworn I had the like. Oh, you know what we can do? We can open the Kissimmee folder and then we can copy and paste this. And then we can compare. You probably want to ring Sam. What are we up to? Actually, this is smarter. We'll make this from clipboard. We will take this and copy the text. We will drop it onto this clipboard illustration. We will... size this down. And then we will go ahead and we'll open we just exported the art for the Smoky. I will grab this Smoky. Also make this Smoky. So this is kind of just to like mock up the layout in case we have to like adjust this text. Which it looks like we're going to have to adjust the text. Rasterize this layout. We could adjust the corning. The corning is the space in between the letters, if y'all didn't know. We could adjust the corning and do something like this. Now, this isn't going to be printing the full size of the ribbon. That's like the only conceit to this. This new Call the Grave looks cute with light prints. I hope we get the alt-art. It is kind of cute. I agree. It's a neat little animation they added. I know a lot of people have voiced their concerns about... I know a lot of people have voiced their concerns about whether or not the... what's the word? Well, whether or not, like, not Alessio. I read Alessio. Whether or not Yu-Gi-Oh! Macedor is going to get to the point in which, like, the cosmetics are just, like, not something a free-to-play player can keep up with. I think right now we're still doing pretty good. Like, if you're actively playing the game, you're usually not too strapped for gems. You might not be able to build every single gem. It's not like the worst thing. Also, hello, welcome back. It's not like the worst thing in the world. I feel like I was supposed to do something. I feel like I was supposed to do something. I don't know what. Something potentially important. Sure, if it's that important, I'll remember it, right? Sure. But anyways, cloning is the space in between letters and letters. I think this is pretty good for this one. I think we can wrap this one up. I'll actually save this. As like a giraffe. So I have it as a reference. Thank you, Smokey, for your reference. Smokey is like a really cute reference. I am personally a big fan because I feel like it is a mad yap. And I am in fact a mad yap. We're gonna save the Smoky. We're gonna close it again. I feel like I'm forgetting. What could I be forgetting? There's something I want to check. I just what? Again, surely if it was that important, it would come to us. New Karibo variant dwarfing. Goodness me. Chat, we've made it to the next Karibo. Does that mean there's like a new anime, or do they just make Karibos whenever they want? another card that's basically Karibo in a costume. Oh, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of cards that are just X monster in a costume, surely. So next up on the list of productivity. We didn't establish today's to-do list, so I'm kind of just going off of like tasks that I deem important. Gorifo? That sounds like such a silly name. Like, I know not to order as many ribbons anymore, chat. I ordered a lot of ribbons the first time around for my Celestial stuff, and now I know I don't need to order them. Like, there's a finite amount of people that will come out to at least for me. I don't need to be ordering as many ribbons. It's kind of a good thing, kind of a good thing. We need to be doing some sundials. Maybe drawing some sundials, but I also need to be like making like Did I see your post in Discord? How many TCGs do I actually play? Let's see. So we play Yu-Gi-Oh! I played a lot of One Piece TCG. I used to play Card Fight Vanguard from the original set. There were times when we played Genius Invocation. From Genshin Impact. I wanted to get more into this one, but it's kind of a lot to grind. I play Celestials competitively. We picked up Shadowverse. I know how to play. Let's make this like blue. I know how to play Oshi Bush. I know how to play Hollow Knight. This is more of a collectible game than a card. It's community. It wouldn't be that hard for me to like learn how to play Digimon or whatever. Did I see your post in the Discord? I haven't checked. So if I didn't respond to it, I probably either looked at it and was busy or I haven't seen it. I don't think it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I feel like I'm missing some. Later this year, we're going to learn Grand Orplay. I don't know how hard we're going to stick to DA, but I'm at least gonna give it like the good old college try. I'm not sure if we're going to do like. So there's like Gundam. I know how to play Union Arena. Well, it's been a long time. I had done like a couple demos for Union Arena. I personally not super interested. I never really got into Life Swords. There's Grand Archive. We're technically going to be learning Evolve? Right? Evolve is like paper, right? So Igni said they're coming out with some like new starter decks like later this year. That will be pretty good to pick up, and that he would be down to do some remote play duels. So I think that would be super fun. I think that'd be a great thing to do with Igni. So we might learn how to play like the legitimate paper version of Shadowverse, which I don't know how great it was translated. So all in all, I would say that I play more like 1, 2, 3, 4, like anywhere from 4 to 5 TCGs actively. I know how to play several different TCGs. A lot of the ones that like I used to know how to play kind of died. So Yu-Gi-Oh is one of those ones that has like actually stuck around. But I didn't get into Yu-Gi-Oh till Master Duel King. I don't play a lot of digital TCGs. It's mainly Master Duel that I play digitally. Technically, Genius Invocation TCG is a digital one, and so is Shadowverse. But we didn't get into Shadowverse until recently. And Genius Invocation TCG without like actively keep up with it. So it's hard to say whether or not you want to count that. But if we're just counting off like in general, like I play a decent amount. I do want to check out Rift Down. Rest in peace, Legends of Winter. You're probably wondering, San, have you ever played Hearthstone? I tried it a long time ago, and I couldn't really get into it. I don't know if maybe it's because, like... Oh, Camilla. I don't know if it's maybe just because, like, my friends didn't do a good job of introducing it to me, or... I think considering it's probably kind of similar to Shadowverse, I could maybe see myself playing it, but... I don't know, I'm not the biggest on, like, Blizzard games, so... I think I can live without Hearthstone, probably. Like, we might gotta try one of these days. I'm not sure how, like, inclined... Oh, technically there's also... Wizard 101 is a card game. It is technically a card game. So we can also count Wizard 101. It is technically this deck building in Wizard 101. It's technically a card game. But I guess if we were to like recount 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're talking actively, we play 4 actively. Maybe 3.5 because like I don't mind interacting with One Piece casually. I just don't think I want to play it competitively. I used to play One Piece very competitively, and now with like the market and all the new card releases and the set rotation, I just don't think I can keep up with it on one. So, and plus I'm playing a list right now, so like one thing at a time, you know? One thing at a time. So I'd say on the low end, I actively play 3 TCGs at a time. On the high end, I probably rotate between 5 to 6. I know well over 10 different TCGs in total, and I plan to learn a lot more TCGs. I haven't played Pokemon, but people have been telling me something I do want to check out, chat, is actually Pokemon Pocket. So Pokemon Pocket is like actually distinct enough from the base game, but it is kind of like its own form. Like everyone says it's like their version of like, which is also in itself its own form. So that's also something I do want to kind of check out. I don't know, it's something we're going to stick with, but I definitely want to give it a try. This Pokemon is kind of fun in concept. In theory, Pokemon is fun. In execution, I'm a little bit. People have also recommended to me like a lot of like roguelike card games. I've never really done anything like that before. The closest thing would be in Shadowverse. We played through like a roguelike mode where we entered with a deck and then we got like bonuses as we went through the combat. I think something like that might be kind of interesting, perhaps. I do like playing a lot of games where like they kind of set up board states, and I have to kind of figure out how to get out of the board state. So like a PvE scenario like that is kind of interesting. Technically, Yu-Gi-Oh has Genesis forms, which I am trying to learn more about this year. We're trying to fit it in the schedule with everything else, but there's a lot going on in it. Plus, there's all the stuff I like do for this stream. Like, I learned how to code the lobster race. Well, not code it. I set up the lobster races. I was half ready to have to learn how to code the lobster races. I spent a decent amount of time trying to figure it out before, like, thank goodness I didn't have to like deep dive into it. Anywho. I also know that there's people that want me to learn the Digimon TCG. I am potentially open to the concept. If I'm going to play the Digimon TCG, we are going to be using the Telemon starter deck. I think Telemon is cute. And I don't think Shumon has its own deck yet. I could be wrong. If Shumon has its own deck, we might have to reconsider. And plus, there's a bunch of new TCGs coming out at any given time. So who knows what other TCGs might pop up. I'm interested in gearing towards learning more TCGs. Like, at least to say that I gave it a try. Before, like, people come in and they're like, oh, you should try this, you should try that. Post Celestial's World. Post Celestial's World, we're gonna learn a lot more TCGs. I'm on the fence about a lot of Bushiroad stuff. Like, I know that the Hololive TCG, the OCG, is Bushiroad. I'm aware of it. I just have a lot of trauma from them rebooting Codfight Vanguard twice. I don't like it when I can't use my cards. It's why I have a hard time, like, committing to too many things. I agree that a lot of Bandai games are pretty similar. The other thing with, like, Bandai games is, like, they kind of kill their games every couple of years. I'm not in love with that. But I know Digimon has been around for a while. And I think One Piece has the ability to stick around. Right now, Gundam TCG is like, well, y'all don't know. But, okay, it's kind of like a theory, I don't know if it's proven. Pretty much every Bandai game leading up to Gundam TCG has been like a alpha beta test of like setting up the mechanics. And like Gundam TCG is like the big one that they want to push. This is like their magnum opus, this is like all the mechanics they want, this is exactly how they like want the game to play. Yada yada yada, that's what I've been told. They unbanned Master. The craziest thing is that because I'm newer to Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't even know what that does in terms of like how that affects the meta. I didn't play until Master Duel came out. And when Master Duel came out, like my first year of Yu-Gi-Oh, like I was just sitting in Silver playing like decks that I built myself. So there's a lot of stuff in like Yu-Gi-Oh meta that I've never really actually played. I am looking forward to a lot of the new stuff that we're seeing on TCG though. Your guess is they will do a big Bandai TCG when there's a combination of all of them. Well, like, I think Gundam is already where they want to be. Like, so first off, rest in peace Union Arena. I'm aware they're still running events for Union Arena, but like, gosh, Union Arena, like, I don't think it did as well as they wanted it to. I think they thought Union Arena was gonna go nuts so crazy. I just don't care very much about it. Like, not in like a terribly bad way. Like, it's just like the reality of the situation. I think it would be kind of weird if they tried to mix all of them together because there's certain mechanics from certain games that just don't necessarily use them. Like, I'm sure they could make it work, but, like, at that point, it just sounds double. What will we do? What? We have more what to do. Well, we have a layout. That's fine. I do like talking about card games. I do enjoy card games a lot. Even like get the mechanics where they want them and move all their IPs to it. I don't know, like I feel like Gundam is already where they like that's the game that they're really pushing. I think that's like where they want their mechanics to be. If you mean like pushing all their IPs towards it, I don't think they have the capital to be like launching every single part. Like that means they're gonna make either a second Union Arena, or they're going to like have to kill and reboot every single one of their species. And that sounds like a lot more effort than I think they're willing to put. Like, maybe I'm just a hater. Maybe I'm just a hater, chat. I don't know. We found out years ago that Bandai that made a watch that turned into a little robot. It sounds like something a Japanese company. Nasty scheme. I feel like this looks funky, but we'll trust the plus. Trust the plus. Everything needs a little bit of the things to get set up how you want it. Oh, this looks a little... I'm not quite in love with this one. I'm used to drawing my dial much different. I have to look up some references. Well, maybe I can check if I did some sketches that I might have taken. Non-zero chance I took pictures. Also non-zero chance I didn't. So we're gonna go check now. Oh, I did not pick up. Oh, we can look at that though. Takes a little bit of thought. I also collect reference images in the When in doubt, tap. When in doubt, make sure you have like proper, resources in order to. Want to make sure your art is accurate. I mean, if you're drawing from your own mind, there's not very many things you could reference unless it's like a specific item or thing. So we're gonna grab all of these. And hopefully use this as reasonable reference. Y'all don't know I really like this little creature. This is called a sundial. Like crocodile, but for the sun. He's very cute and very fun. So we are going to assemble our sundial weapons board, which is kind of like a mood board of sundials. Right. It will accomplish what it needs to. Move these around like a whoopsie at the moment. This is our reference board for sundial. We need to be drawing more sundials. For our sundial related. So hopefully by looking at all this sundial, I get a little I'm hoping until no promises. It also might be a little bit shorter of a stream for me this evening. I think 2 hours is still pretty solid though. I think my average stream could be better. It out. Now to go back at staring at sun. The thing about Sundial is like he's a very putty. I already have existing. I do want a little bit more. Or for the sake of Sundial. For those of you who don't know, I collect and I have a lot of them. I got nearly like 1,000 copies of like this card in different variants at the last big LS. This year I want to collect at Worlds over 1,000. Uh, Dual life. I think right now, since we are a little bit, what's the word? I'm having a little bit of like artist block. Let's try like one duel, and hopefully after that duel, hopefully after the duel, I'll have like a little bit more like. We have a couple different lines. I guess by virtue that this is a line. Let's see. Not in love with this. Okay, cool. So place it with I guess another wild hope so that we can actually get out people still. Who do I wanna line with? Probably put maybe we actually should have left Cotton Wise on here. But it's fine. Yeah, I think I want more disruption. So what we're gonna do is we're going to try to kinetic. We're actually going to tribute. We already have Wild Hope in the skill. So having a double Wild Hope doesn't accomplish anything for us. It's a quick effect coin toss to destroy. It's during the battle phase. Understood. Thank you, Fuki. Um. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do this now. We'll pop the waffle. You made a bell dragon deck. Really? Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go in this order. Okay. Alright. You made a few old school decks for nostalgia. What other decks did you make? Okay, the floor does nothing for us here, but that's fine. We should just sort of have lethal. Oh, I needed to do questing. I needed to dress for her, so let's see what they have. I needed to dress for her. I'm so silly. I don't know why we're misplaying so poorly right now. I think my brain is just like a little fried. Hence the, you know, hence the, what's the word? The, hence the, I can't even speak right now. Oh my god, that's how bad it is. I was about to say that my brain is fried, like, hence why we're taking so slow to take online. Oh my god. You have Nabiru. No, you have something else. You should be we're protected by it. Protected by flame. My brain is just so scattered. Oh my goodness. Lock in, Sam! Lock in! Well, we're gonna at least make some progress on our board. 1. You are? Mystical... I suppose I can't complain. SR? Light and dragon. And it's glossy. Let's go! Hello, dog skills. Welcome on in. Ads are kind of running right now. We'll be over soon. When attack is declared involving this card in opponent's body, you can make this lose 500 defense, and if you do, 1500 attack and defense. Effect value? They're just... Huh? Okay, wait. He has full hand traps in his hand. It seems like it. It sure does seem like it. Alright, there we go. One, two, three, four, five, six. Another SR gladiator piece. 1, 2. Just a normal. We can work with it. We can work. How am I so good at clock games? Hello, cool. What does this do? Huh. And what does this do? Huh. How interesting. I'm not sure what lines I really want to take here. It's technically like the most popular line. What do you mean wait till my opponent casts a spell or trap? There's no time for that. because of the spell in my hand. But it's as long as I control the monster. I guess I can return this to the hand because it's going to pop at the end of the turn. I don't know. Kind of a weird one because we don't have a line to Courtenwise, so we could get a line to Courtenwise. We're not going to. Could. Oh. Okay, that didn't work the way I thought it did. We should have just used it so that we could. Okay, well, Bozo activity. See if our opponent denies us. No, they can use spell traps. It says they can't use any spell traps that target a single monster. I think they just get the combo off. I'm too out of it right now. Oh God. I'm too out of it right now to properly duel. I swear I'm not this bad at Duel. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think we can stop them. I think they're just going to do the, like, I guess technically if they attack. I feel like they're going to pop board before we can even activate a vibe because they get to just like bring back our lifetimes. If we had a different scale. If we had a different scale, which wouldn't have mattered because we had to use the playhouse. Like if we played last turn properly, because I forgot about how Liberty interacts, and we actually returned this to hand, I think we would have been fine. Oh wait, they're dumb. I'm a Link 2 monster, you portal. So what now? We have to send my monster to the grave! That's crazy. Chat, that's crazy. Best day ever. Oh my god. Goodness me. Okay, let's fire this off. How do they always have it, chat? How do they always have it? What do you mean, don't let... They can do it at any point! What do you mean? Don't let them do it. What am I supposed to do? They can do it whenever they want. Okay, well, what we do is we normal summon Sassy Wookie. Let me see what they do. Because if they pop Sassy Wookie, then I get to still grab an extender. I should have put this in a different zone. Because now we don't have, like, good pendulum. Like, yeah, we're trapped into pendulums after this, so we only get the one summon. Kind of a evil twins are your They already used Kishiko. I don't know if I can properly clear board this one. I probably need to beat over this. I could trade theirs with mine, but then they still have 2 link materials. I think we're in like a terrible situation for this. Yeah, they would just lose from... We can technically stop one monster with that, but it's not like we're doing anything. Have a good day at work. Okay, so they went Spite Elf, and we stopped the effect of Spite Elf. Because they can't leave. I mean, it doesn't matter because they still have gas, but, you know. I think if we summon Kissy Kill to, like, the correct zone, we could have had another Pendulum monster, and this could have actually vastly changed what was going to happen in this duel. Because we would have been able to pop 2 more cards. We sure did try that, we sure did try. Actually, is that enough damage? I don't think that's lethal. I don't know what else we could really do, but I don't think that's lethal. Technically, if we can steal Spite Elf, we can bring back Super Producer. Oh, never mind. Oh, oh, okay. We won't be able to use Melomadonna. But that doesn't mean we can't get her. I will die because of... Oh, you're right. We might die because of her. Well, it's only while they control a life. Pretty bad. The only problem is that monsters? Oh, monsters. I think we only get the ones. let's see if we can steal this from them. It's a reason why we're not stealing first. It's because if we steal first, we lose the amount of cards we can. Okay, so now we can bring back Super. And then, oh man, I think we lose now. Oh, okay, no, we don't lose. Okay. Oh, so now we have Spite Elf, so that we can bring back Super Producer. I don't really know what that's going to accomplish, but I suppose it's better than nothing at this point. Access code talking. It's fine. I think it's fine if we leave them with one material. They can't float from grave while Underworld Goddess is around. And Super Producer is still a pendulum summon monster. So Playhouse is always like. The fact that Lead Law didn't activate means they're out of names? Potentially. This might be dangerous because they can tag out Underworld Goddess. They don't have any more normal summons, so I think it should be fine. The SP Little Knight's effect isn't going to go through. Because we still have Superstar. Yeah, the field spell, as long as I have a Pendulum summoned Abyss Actor. So we need to keep Superstar alive. Bella, 6 twisted focus. Okay, we did that wrong. We should have picked a different... Okay, Santon monster. Oh, hey, wait, no. We had lethal. For some reason, I thought we didn't have lethal. I'm really bad. Alright, let's see. 6. Normal. I hope I roll another 6. Half life point duel. Let's go! We're so good at it. No, wait, there was a UR there. Yeah, like, okay, I'm glad we went up in the board, don't get me wrong. But, like, I guess I'm kind of greedy for coins. I guess I'm kind of greedy for coins. Let's go ahead and collect our money. How are we looking economy-wise? How is our economy looking? Is the economy strong? Our personal financials. We're getting pretty close to being able to do one of the bundles. Pretty exciting. Yeah, I believe to get all the rewards. To get all the rewards, you need to get to, like, 50 dice rolls. And then to get all the round rewards, to get the ghost spell, we have to get to at least round 4. And then if you want the title, you have to get to round 8. This is actually like one of the longer events with dice. So there's a lot going on with this. I think this should be fun. I sure hope they don't have it. How do you know how many? Honestly, this Abyss Actor here goes crazy. If we can start them here, we're chilling. Alright. Counter. This is such an oddly specific play. Alright, well, we can go progress and die. Hopefully my brain will recover. Yeah, they can destroy a random card, chat. I hope they hit counter. It's kind of for us. Swamp Frog, we're kind of sick twisted. So many spice plates. So many spice plates. Hopefully we can also bake them with our super producer. Oh wait, did they unhit the beaver? Did they really unhit the beaver? I can't remember this. Maybe they did unhit the beaver. Maybe I forgot. Look, chat, they banished my court. Sick, twisted duelist. About the related cards. Chat, I forgot what well played does. Okay, honestly? Pretty good. We'll fire this on the IP. Yeah, I think that's honestly, our biggest threat is, like, Anti-Ball. By virtue of the fact that, like, Abyss Actus monsters technically count as spelling traps in the Pendulum Zone, Spy Red does nothing to us. it's better if we force this now. Actually, does this even work that way? I think fancy balls works. By virtue that these are both technically stuff. We need to summon this to the other zone because we need to leave these 10 zones open because Spider Elf takes it. Oh, shoes. That's why this was made off IP Masculina. Okay, we might lose because of this. Hi, Josh. Josh, I've piloted myself into a very bad corner. I think I'm going to lose you. How are you, Josh? How are you? What a day, what a day. Goodness me, goodness me. Actually, ironically, I was supposed to wrap up stream like 30 minutes ago, and I didn't. Also, I agree, George. I think you would be a very easy person to beat. I didn't even realize that this has like a real like pendulum effect. It is what it is. Very unfortunate. I don't know, chat. It's been kind of a long day. We did a decent amount of fun. I don't think we have enough to do any big goals tonight. We could do like one of our... We could do our royals. We have our royals that we could do, potentially. Though I kind of want to save them for another day. So I think I'm going to raid out, chat. We've been live for like almost 3 hours. I kind of want to wait out for the evening because before we started dueling, my brain was absolutely fried. I think I need to let my brain vegetate. But we can cheer on all of us as he plays in the Unity Cup, which is hosted by one of our friends, LBS. So send all of us good luck. Oh, Ghost Weasel. Sorry, we're actually heading out for the evening, but welcome on in. Our funny little raid message for all of us is good luck in the Unity Cup, all of us. Surely your deck has the sauce. Chat, thank y'all for hanging out with me, YouTube. Wait, I hope y'all have a nice rest of your day, evening, everyone. Oh, that's a shout out to all of us, not a raid for now. I hope y'all have a nice rest of your day, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us, moderately productive stream. I'm very happy that we finished the smoky art. If y'all didn't see the smoky art, let me bring that up so y'all can see it. We did finish the smoky art today, so that was great. We did a decent amount of progress on Dice Valley. I'm hoping we don't miss the event because we need the gems. Do take care of yourselves. Thank y'all for coming out very much. Expect a lot more exciting lobster activities as stuff goes on, you know? Remember the Great Molting. March 6th. You will have more lobster races leading up to them, more teasers, more reveals. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff for Celestial Worlds as well, so keep an eye out for that. Not to mention our blog posts on the Lore Nexus blog. So a lot of stuff going on, but I hope we can do it all. A reminder, we're also playing through a Sand POV at my debut as well, which is my coded visual novels that I code and script myself. So again, send all us on my love. Hope y'all have a nice rest of your day, evening, whatever. I'll see y'all when I see you. And just remember, you're all in my thoughts. $1. And raid. Bye bye, folks. Thanks for coming out. End stream.